From the 2016 NCAA Tournament in Brooklyn, this West Virginia men's basketball update is presented by the College Foundation of West Virginia. Take at least 15 credit hours each semester to save money on tuition and graduate on time. Think 15 to finish. A very disappointing end to the season for the Mountaineers as West Virginia falls 70-56 to the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin and Jay Jacobs. It looked as though all of the things that we talked about coming into the game that West Virginia needed to stay away from, they didn't, namely turnovers. 12 in the first half, 10 in the second half, and Stephen F. Austin absolutely feasted on those mistakes.
Well, they used their press brilliantly, and I think they shortened the court, and their key to Stephen F. Austin was picking the guards of West Virginia's dribble up, Tony. When they did that, then their pressure just became even better. And they are a pressure-out team, especially on the perimeter, and that makes up for their lack of size on the inside. And that was a big thing tonight. They just took West Virginia completely out of their rhythm.
And they were playing with great confidence. 5 seniors. They've played a lot of basketball. They've won over 80 games in the last 3 seasons. And so they set up the table and they finished the job. And after the game, Devin Williams had huge props for Stephen F. Austin.
Not really. I just got to give, my hats off to Stephen F. Austin. They did what they were supposed to do. Their play showed, how, focused and prepared they were. And, we just didn't take it serious, and that's what happened in this tournament when you don't take people serious. And they just scouted well and soaked in what the coaching staff was giving them.
Well, they'd worked, so hard to make a run at this deal, and I feel bad for them. I feel, bad I didn't do a good enough job getting them ready to go. Well, we didn't have the greatest of practices, but, all you can kind of do is tell them. We just didn't have that, we kind of had that, I thought we had the edge a little bit, we had that edge in the Big 12 tournament, and we just didn't get it back.
Well, it's unfortunate, but the lasting memory of this 2015-16 season for the Mountaineers is going to be right here in Brooklyn. People will always remember the night that the 14 seed beat the 3rd seeded Mountaineers, but Jay Jacobs, at the same time, you look back, West Virginia finishes up in 2nd place in the Big 12 Conference, makes it to the title game in the Big 12 tournament. A lot of positives, but obviously this one's always going to be the reminder.
Well, I think so, and I think when you get into tournament play, it's one and done. But you're right, Tony. I just believed that this season was so good, but what caught up with the fact that this team at West Virginia had always taken more shots than their opponent, and that offset the turnovers they committed. But they were a poor passing team all season, the Mountaineers were, and the turnovers, and both of those things caught up with them here in Barclays Center.
Yeah, it did, and that ends the season. So West Virginia, 26 wins on the year. You go back to last year, 51 wins over the last 2 seasons, consecutive NCAA appearances, but this one will sting for a long while. That'll do it for us. Along with Jay Jacobs, I'm Tony Caridi from here in Brooklyn on WVUSports.com. From the 2016 NCAA Tournament in Brooklyn, this West Virginia men's basketball update has been presented by the College Foundation of West Virginia. Take at least 15 credit hours each semester to save money on tuition and graduate on time. Think 15 to finish.